Welcome back to StarTalk Daily. Remember to like and subscribe to my channel for more updates. The sun was setting over the vast, open plains of the American West. John Rambo, now in his early 70s, sat on the porch of his ranch, gazing out at the breathtaking view. He had spent years trying to escape the demons of his past, but they still lingered, haunting him. Suddenly, a dusty old truck pulled up to the ranch. Out stepped a young woman, no more than 25 years old. She introduced herself as Sarah, the daughter of a former Vietnam War comrade of Rambo's. Sarah explained that her father had been kidnapped by a ruthless Mexican cartel, led by the notorious El Jefe. The cartel had been terrorizing the border towns, and the authorities seemed powerless to stop them. Sarah begged Rambo to help her rescue her father. At first, Rambo was hesitant. He had long since retired from his days as a soldier and mercenary. But something about Sarah's desperation struck a chord within him. He agreed to help her as they set out on their perilous journey. Rambo couldn't help but feel a sense of déjà vu. He had been in this situation before, many times. But this time, it was different. This time, he was older, wearier. He knew that this might be his last stand. They crossed the border into Mexico, navigating through treacherous terrain and avoiding the cartel's goons. Along the way, Rambo taught Sarah how to fight, how to survive. She was a quick learner, and soon she was fighting alongside him like a seasoned pro. As they closed in on the cartel's hideout, Rambo's instincts told him that something was off. They were walking into a trap, but it was too late now. They had to see it through. The final battle was intense. Rambo and Sarah fought bravely, taking down cartel members left and right. But El Jefe proved to be a formidable foe. He was cunning, ruthless, and would stop at nothing to eliminate Rambo. In the end, it was just Rambo and El Jefe facing off against each other. The old soldier was wounded, tired, but he refused to give up. With a fierce cry, he launched himself at El Jefe, taking him down in a flurry of punches and kicks. As the dust settled, Rambo stood victorious. Sarah's father was safe, and the cartel had been defeated. But at what cost? Rambo knew that he had come close to death once again. He was getting too old for this sort of thing. As they made their way back to the States, Rambo turned to Sarah and said, "You know, I think it's time for me to hang up my guns for good." Sarah smiled and nodded in agreement. The sun was setting over the plains once again as Rambo returned to his ranch. He sat on the porch, watching the stars come out. He knew that he would always carry the scars of his past with him, but he also knew that he had finally found some measure of peace. This was the last stand of John Rambo, the soldier, the mercenary, the hero. But it was also a new beginning, a chance for him to finally lay down his arms and live out the rest of his days in quiet contemplation. More hidden gems and epic endings are coming your way, so hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. You don't want to miss what's next. This was StarTalk Daily, bringing stories to life. Until the next reel, stay curious.